I think the biggest problem is that the debt becomes very limiting.
Researchers found 45% of students show no significant improvement in critical thinking and complex reasoning by the end of their sophomore year.
It off for a lot of people seems really daunting, especially if you can't find a job after earning your degree.
Have you ever considered the reasons why you decided to go to college? Many today simply assume that college is the obvious next step in their life and educational journeys. In the mission to be successful, most choose the path of college, right? But with hundreds of thousands of dollars in tuition on the line, wouldn't it be studious to at least consider why you'll be paying all that money? After all, a college true job is to turn this tuition into these paychecks. And with tuition costs rising faster than wages, they're doing that job less effectively than ever before. And so today, the question on everyone's mind is college worth it?
For sure, without a doubt.
For me, definitely.
Definitely worth it for some people, but for others, it might not be.
I would say definitely.
Me personally, I do think college is worth it.
Yeah, I think college is truly worth it because it just makes a lot of money.
There is no place where this is more relevant question than here at Penn State. In 2014, the U.S. Department of Education ranked Penn State second highest in regards to in-state tuition. In addition, Penn State was ranked by the Princeton Review as second in the top 10 American colleges and universities with the worst financial aid. So should you go to college? There is no doubt that there are a number of long-term benefits from obtaining a bachelor's degree, especially in this day and age that emphasizes higher education as a staple in many students' lives.
Whether you're studying electrical engineering or poetry, college is not finally about maximizing income, it's about becoming a better and more informed observer of the universe. And for me at least, that's what leads to a more fulfilling life.
On the other hand, if you're interested in becoming a web developer, joining the Postal Service, or working in construction, you can expect to make an average salary of above $50,000 per year. Not to mention, careers in corporate transportation, retail supervision, and energy operations have typical average salaries of more than $70,000.
I guess it depends for people, for different people. You know, if you have a father or family member or family business that you can go to right after high school, it makes sense to not waste your money, or it makes more sense to go straight after high school and start working there and making money versus being in student debt and whatnot.
But I see value in it if you don't think you're going to get anything out of it. Like if you want to do a job that you don't need a degree for, then you definitely shouldn't go get a degree for no reason.
But definitely I can see how if someone's interests lie in a field that doesn't really need a higher education, it would definitely be worthwhile for them to save the cost, instead work earlier.
I'm not from a very wealthy family, and to be able to go there I'd have to take out loans and do stuff like that, and it's like being in debt and stuff like that is not really an area that I would like to go into.
However, these may not be the most meaningful, fulfilling, nor desirable jobs out there. Those graduating from a college institution begin with a higher average salary and typically raise in the ranks greater and faster.
Graduate today earns 77% more in salary than a high school graduate. Over the life of their working career, that's more than $1 million.
Despite some time with financial trouble, the opportunities with a degree in the long run outnumber most benefits of skipping school.
So overall, do you believe college is truly worth it?
I would say definitely. The reason I hesitate is just because how expensive college has become. I think the value of an education is priceless.
I think going to college just means that you earn more money.
It's very hard, almost impossible, to go into education, engineering, medicine, or business without a degree. And the experience students learn along the way of a well-rounded education are priceless. Let's take, for example, two typical 25-year-olds, Tim and Mike. Tim graduated from Penn State and achieved a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. He spent $200,000 to obtain this degree and is currently working as a design engineer for Mercedes-Benz, making $70,000 a year and a good retirement plan. For simplicity, let's assume he is currently not paying any loans. Tim won't see a dime of profit for 3 years post-graduation, or 7 years for those that simply obtained a high school degree. Now let's look at Mike, the other 25-year-old. Mike graduated from high school and immediately got work as an installer and repairman for a local contractor. He amassed on average $40,000 a year up until now. After 4 years, he's already made $160,000 and is currently amassing a much higher salary than Tim. Although, it will take Tim a total of 16 years to surpass the total salary of Mike. So who got the better deal? As you can see, college is quite the expense, but it is what society expects. In order to achieve a level of high success, college is expected to be on your resume. High-status jobs such as lawyers and doctors even push you further and require you to attend additional schooling, such as
in a graduate school.
Graduate degree.
Getting a college degree may be expensive, but it broadens your ability to get a job and grow as a person. However, is it worth the time, money, effort, and prolonged debt?
I think that if you're pursuing what you love when you're in college, then for sure, without a doubt.
In a world where about half of humans live on less than $2.50 a day, the opportunity to learn and study in a formal, dedicated way is still a gift, even if it has become a very expensive one.
You can be the judge of that.
All she needed was some. 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 At a Clippers game on the court side.
Oh. All right.